I'm DJ Lady Loy, and I tend to be on Lovers Rock Radio on a Friday, 7 till 9, and I'm on the Gold Standard Radio on Saturdays, 7 till 9. And I tend to talk about, I identify with the tracks I'm playing, and sometimes I align them with what's going on in the world. Now, recently, the biggest thing that's been happening is the Hurricane Melissa wiping out Jamaica. And there are some rumours going around that it could be geoengineering and it was done in a lab in Miami. I do not know. I do know that Jamaica has been flourishing recently and been doing very well. Now, what is the purpose of this video? The purpose of this video is because I've seen so many videos complaining that the UK have only contributed 8 million. Originally it was 2.5 million, and then they decided to up it to 5.5 to include other Caribbean countries. But the long and short of it is that they're comparing what the UK has contributed to Jamaica with what they contributed to Ukraine, which was 21 billion. And so, of course, Jamaicans or anyone related to Jamaicans or who are sympathetic to the incident are saying, how can that be? But we have to remember that the UK is a country that wants to be seen to be doing the right thing. Just seen making gestures. From their instrumental good mornings, I can't say all of them, but from the instrumental good morning out of politeness without really wanting to know how you genuinely feel, to the historic colonialism of the African diaspora. So why are we expecting the UK to behave differently? Why is it bothering us that the UK is not giving us the apology that so many of those from the African diaspora want? Surely by now you should know it's not coming. Why isn't it coming? Because as far as the UK are concerned, this is just my opinion, you brought it on yourself. You were stupid enough to allow us to colonialise you. You allowed us to take advantage of you. You allowed us to manipulate you and trick you and exploit you. You brought it on yourself, so we do not owe you an apology. You brought it on yourself. Now, I put in AI, what would a sincere apology from the UK look like? And this is what it said. So let's pretend that this is coming from the UK. Today, the United Kingdom acknowledges with humility and deep regret the enduring pain and injustice caused by centuries of British imperialism and colonial domination. Across vast regions of Africa, Asia, the Caribbean and the Pacific, British rule often brought violence, exploitation and cultural destruction. Millions were subjected to forced labour, displacement and the denial of their sovereignty and dignity. Entire economies were reshaped for the enrichment of the empire, and social divisions were deepened in ways that persist to this day. We recognise that no words can erase the suffering inflicted nor undo the legacies of inequality, poverty and mistrust that colonialism left behind, yet silence and avoidance only prolong that harm. On behalf of the British government and the people of the United Kingdom, we express our unreserved apology to all those who suffered under colonial rule. We also recognise the resilience, creativity and humanity of those who resisted and survived it. This apology is not merely an act of reflection, it is a commitment to justice. We pledge to 1. Support education and memorial initiatives and preserve the historic truth of colonialism. 2. return cultural artifacts and ancestral remains held in British institutions to their rightful homes. 3. Engage in dialogue and partnership and formally colonized nations to address the material and social legacies of the empire. 4. Promote global systems rooted in equality, respect, and shared prosperity. The story of the British Empire is not one of unbroken pride, but of human complexity, of both achievement and atrocity. A mature nation faces this truth not to erase its past, but to build a better future, founded on honesty and respect. So, that is what an apology would look like. But would the people of the African diaspora be happy with that? Would it be enough? I'm not sure. They compare the 2.5 million and they're equating it to what has happened in our past, and they are feeling disrespected. But is that intentional? You know, some countries, as far as they're concerned, they 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 don't really want to help Jamaica. Jamaica is too, as far as they're concerned, Jamaica is too arrogant, it's too pompous, it's not repentant, it's not um, subversive. They don't subjugate themselves, they don't bow. They're not a humble race of people. And because they are so boisterous and tend to be loud and unrepentant and unapologetic, those the UK cannot handle that. America is more likely to handle that kind of attitude and behavior, but not the UK. The UK is rooted in incidences of racism, and they tend to feel that black people are less than, and because they're less than, they should not speak up. So when they're giving you 2.5 million, it's not because they couldn't give more. It's more or less saying, you've got a big mouth. We're not going to reward you for your big mouth. We're not going to reward you for your arrogance. We're not going to reward you for being so upright and standoffish. No, we're going to put you in your place. We're going to tell you how much we think you are worth. And in our eyes, this is what you're worth. And it's rubbed in because of the large amounts, the billions they have spent on other countries. So if I were Jamaica, I wouldn't quibble about the 2.5, well, the additional 5.5 made it 8 million. I wouldn't quibble. I'll accept it gracefully. I would not conform to their negative stereotypes of who they believe we are. I would accept it gracefully. Every mickle make a muckle, as my mother would say. It will still go towards something. And we have celebrities who are contributing. We have individuals who are contributing. Just be very, very wary that you're contributing to authentic websites and not scam, because remember, in a crisis, everybody jumps on the bandwagon and it's an opportunity for a lot of people to rip others off. So just make sure you're contributing to authentic initiatives to support Jamaica. I'm proud of my legacy of being a Jamaican. See it there? I'm proud of it. I'm proud that my mother conceived me in Jamaica, even though I was born here. And I'm proud of my ancestry, African ancestry and everything else. And I'm also proud of the British aspect of myself that has created a balance for me. So yeah, I'd like to have a holistic view, and I'd like Britain to be more empathetic and understanding and apologise if they